Good evening, ma'am. Welcome to our channel, and we are very happy to have you here with us. It's a pleasure welcoming you on our channel. Thank you so much for coming, ma'am.
Same here, Shivanshi. Thank you so much for inviting. Thank you.
मैम मी रियली थैंक यू सो मच। मैं अभी आप थोड़ी देर पहले भी बहुत बिजी थे, आपका बिजी शेड्यूल में आपने टाइम निकाला, वो बहुत अच्छी बात है फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स। बिकॉज एक दिन बाद ही एक लॉ ऑप्शन का पेपर है, तो इसके लिए आपने टाइम निकाला मैम, इसके लिए बहुत शुक्रिया आपका। मैम सो फर्स्टली मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी कि अभी आप कैसे हैं, थोड़ा मतलब आपकी पोस्टिंग में आपको कितना मजा आ रहा है, कैसा लग रहा है, वो थोड़ा सा आप अपना अगर थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहें तो।
Yeah. So right now I am in IRMS service, which is Indian Railway Management Service. And luckily,
ओके मैम।
luckily, luckily, I've got my home posting. So I'm from Lucknow and I'm posted in the Lucknow division. So that's the best part. And like it's been 2 months since my joining, so I'm enjoying it like anything. I'm enjoying the job. I'm enjoying the work. The setup is very nice. The entire organization. I'm getting to know, learning. Right now, I'm learning every day. There's something new, something exciting happening. So I'm enjoying it.
It's so good to know मैम कि आपकी मतलब you got your home posting and that too your with work, you I mean this is every like benefit of it. Being at home and working tirelessly and you enjoying both
Yeah.
of it with your parents, with your family. That's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
So, okay, ma'am. So, for particularly, today's session is about law optional because, ma'am, you had law as an optional subject, and lot of students are facing this issue, despite being this logical subject. The performance has not been up to the mark. So precisely for that only particular aspect, we have initiated a daily answer writing program. So, basically pertaining to that only, I wanted to know your opinion. That how, firstly, I want to know your journey in law optional or particularly in UPS as like on UPSC itself, but particularly related to optional subject because ma'am you scored well and you have got this rank in your posting. So, but because most of the students are still are thinking that, this is not a feasible optional. We should not be taking it. Or we should, it's not, the performance is not good. We are like taking any random optional except law just because they are thinking that this is not feasible to take. So that is why, ma'am, your opinion is the pivotal importance today. So just let me know why did you choose a law as optional subject?
Okay. So, like starting with the UPSC journey, I did my law graduation, this 5 year integrated LLB course, again from Lucknow University, and I'm from 2019 batch. So after that, it was COVID period, all COVID, and I started working as a legal advisor in many NGOs, legal NGOs, and there are government setups where you can give your pro bono service. So I was
Okay,
working, and along with that, I was preparing for UPSC. I got selected in my third attempt with the law optional. But then, okay, why did I pick up law optional? When I was thinking, that wasn't even a question that I can pick any other optional from my side because I was of the opinion that even if you wake me from my sleep, since I have given 5 years to this subject, I can, like, I have a command over this subject more than anything else. So even if like
definitely,
there'll
definitely.
be the most difficult question in the exam paper, I'll be able to answer at least something. Say I can't say the same thing about anthro. If some random question comes or something very difficult comes, I won't be able to answer. So, but with law, even if you ask me, say I don't know, Partnership Act, some very core question, still I'll be able to answer.
At least you
So
would have
that was
something
the
to write.
idea. Yeah, you have something to write. And if you have studied a subject for 3 years or 5 years, you should have that confidence. I mean,
Definitely.
that's not like why wouldn't you, right? So that was not a question. Yes, while selecting an optional, uh, command over the subject is not the only thing. You do think about the scoring that you get in a paper, the average marks that every other student gets. With law optional, I believe, contrary to what you are saying and like the student's opinion right now is, which is perhaps we don't get maybe as good as some other optional subjects. My opinion and everyone who has guided me, and that has been true, is that you actually don't get as bad as any other subject. So with law, there is always this average scoring. Yes, you do not get plus 300 is very rare. Even plus 285 is rare, but you don't get like 190s also. With history,
Definitely.
with geography, we have seen students getting like such low marks. That doesn't happen with law. Uh, the one major reason is that anyone who takes law optional, most of the 90%, 95% is law optional students are like with law background. So they do have a good hold on the subject. Those who are able to get more marks is perhaps like they're writing the answers well, their framing is well, so they're fetching up few more marks in every answer, which is like cumulatively it shows okay plus 20 marks plus 30 marks, but that's it. So average score, if you see, it has been from what 230 to 260 270. 270 plus is also rare, right?
Rare,
So
rarest of
that's my
it.
opinion on the optional. It's actually for a law graduate that's that should happen like without a second thought.
Definitely, definitely, ma'am. I completely agree with you. And well said, you like take this stand because ma'am, आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि since I have invested my 5 years or 3 years for that matter in a subject, so I should have confidence. But like I have seen, I have a graduate. I'm graduate from CLC Campus Law Center. Most of my friends were also while I was studying. I have seen them taking another optional subject because they don't have that confidence. So, firstly, you have rightly mentioned that having confidence is a pivotal thing because, and additionally, ma'am, you have rightly mentioned that only with practice, the reframing or phrasing your answer perfectly will fetch you marks. The only problem with this optional is students are not preparing themselves for the answer writing part. And additionally, ma'am, you have also rightly mentioned that the range mark of the marks is above 270 and 280 is the rarest one. Reason, and that too, it's a good thing. Please, from my side, I believe that it does not take you a year. As an optional subject, it doesn't take you a year. It can be prepared within
Yeah.
3 to 4 months framework. And what is your take on it? How much time you gave to this particular optional? Like just on a focused approach.
No, so yeah, that is so true. With everyone who is coming with legal background, you already have your basic books, so you don't have to like do that research. But starting any other optional, picking up a new subject, you have to do that research. With legal background,
Yeah,
you already have your notes, maybe scattered, which you'll have to maybe reframe in a way
authority.
that UPSC requires it, but you'll have it, you'll have the content, you'll know the best sources. So that part, and that takes a lot of investment when you take up any new optional. So that part is already sorted. With legal answer writing, yes, that is very crucial for any UPSC exam, means optional. With optional, it becomes even more crucial. With law, so for optional subjects, I mean, the good part with any optional is most of the time, if you have a good command on previous year question papers, 80% paper is repeated. And
Definitely.
we know for a
Yes, ma'am.
fact, law, yes, it's a dynamic subject, so there will be some new topics that will pop
Some
up.
current affairs.
But even
Yeah.
then, yes, even then, 80% paper is past year paper. See, it's an exam being conducted by a commission, and we know that if some organization is asked for past 20 years, it is asking the same question. This 21st year also, it will ask the same question. I'm
Definitely.
not something new for them. So this has been their pattern that they have been asking this question every time, every year. This time also they'll ask the same question. So practicing previous year questions, writing it well, that's where like the crux lies. For me, I did not give much time to law optional. I like for previous two attempts, so like first attempt and second attempt, I was unable to clear the prelims. Third attempt again, since prelims is becoming very dicey, I was not sure if I'll clear it or not. I did not prepare much for mains. Before prelims, I was preparing for the GS subjects, not for the optional. Maybe I was just confident that okay, I know the subject and I'll get some 2-3 months if I clear the prelims and I'll do it. So that's precisely what happened. Once I cleared prelims, I had some 2 months, 3 months to prepare optional and GS. So GS part, since I already had notes and everything, I just did the answer writing. And law, I did my note making. I already had everything with me, the content. I just had to read and study. Uh, I'll share a strategy that I adopted and which worked very well for me regarding previous year question papers.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
idea is
Please tell me.
if you already know that if you already know that 80% of the paper is repeated, you
Definitely.
better have I mean that's what I did. Say there was some common topic for article 14. For past 20 years there would be some 10 types of questions asked from that topic.
Definitely.
I prepared a template answer, a perfect model answer
Model answer.
according to me.
Yes.
Yeah, model answer, say with the best introduction that I could write, doing all the research, whatever I could do, with the best content body in the body, using the best keywords, judgments, the highlighting, like, the landmark judgments, and the best conclusion that I could write. So, idea is that if the same question is asked in the paper, I do not need to spend a single second thinking what to write. I already have the best answer practiced. It is in my copy. I'll revise it and I'll just go and replicate it. I do not need to think which case law I need to put. I do not need to think which jurist do I need to quote. You know, so that
Somebody else.
template, so
Who is
80% of your paper is like that. 80% paper, it's like you have already written the answer and you're just replicating it in the paper. So for those new topics, new questions, you have time to think and you can, and that actually works. It did wonders for me. It worked very well. That's one like advice for everyone. Practice that.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this because, like you said, essentially we know what is going to come. Only 20% of the paper is
Yeah.
dynamic. Basically, in the paper two or maybe paper one, only the recent case law might be added. A question on something else, the recent judgment of fundamental rights. Let's say something is added. But otherwise, you simply know what is the structure of the question paper will be. As I have also mentioned it earlier in my videos, ma'am, that we get it, we don't get it that it's the most predictable paper. Most subjects are optional. But you already know that themes are repeated, questions are repeated. If I know every day, every year, as you mentioned, Ma, there will be a question on Article 14. There will be a question on fundamental rights and DPSP. Definitely, kind of same within a one theme. You can calculate. You can write its answer. You can write, as you mentioned rightly. You can definitely predict. Like there are four aspects of it. If I prepare them in the entire four aspects, I'm done with the topic. If any question is going to come, I'll definitely write it. You get the marks. And ma'am, that is rightly you have mentioned. Thank you so much for putting this. And ma'am, my next question will be, following question would be, for paper two, most of the students neglecting it, kind of. Like, I have noticed it. That for paper one, students are very much like, this is jurisprudential and kind of philosophical in nature and similar to GS2. So they're very interested to it. But when it comes to paper two, mercantile law and the crime law of crime and plots, they're kind of neglecting. हाँ कर लेंगे, we'll do it. They're not taking that seriously. That is one precisely a reason that the score is low. Because ultimately आपको दोनों को लेके मार्क्स स्कोर करना है. तो मैम इस पे आपका क्या टेक होगा?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Actually, somehow being law students, there is some bias love towards constitutional law inbuilt in every law student. So you
Definitely.
end up spending more time because of your interest in that. But then that's where we need to realize that. That's the difference when you are doing a graduation course and when you're preparing for exam, right? Any exam, irrespective of my love for the subject, I'll have to strategize it. Because ultimately you need to get this course. You need to get this course to clear the exam. And that requires strategy. And if I know that constitutional law questions and say contractual law and law of crime, they hold equal marks, in my preparation they should have the same value. They should get like the same similar amount of time dedication while preparation. So that's part of the exam preparation strategy, where we'll have to, that is so well pointed out. Most of us spend like most of the time and energy on preparing paper 1, and we end up neglecting paper 2. Even within paper 2, part A, somehow we attempt. Part 2, nobody, like the contemporary legal developments and all, that is even more ignored topic. So we end up neglecting and forgetting that they hold a similar value and the number of marks as does, say, international law, right?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
So
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am, you rightly mentioned it because in our answer writing program, what we do is actually we tried it. So with students that firstly we'll give you questions on paper two, and they were like, no, no, paper one पहले दीजिए क्योंकि हमें constitution आता है, हम उस पे आंसर लिख सकते हैं. Like they are not even trying to attempt it. Like you have to take the examination. You cannot be like ignoring one part and then you are saying I'm not scoring well because ultimately the question is divided in that particular topic. Secondly, ma'am, my next question to you would be, ma'am, how choosing the right questions in the examination will be like you will choose the right questions in the examination only if you practice enough. What is your opinion on it? Like, so, ma'am,
Yeah.
I have genuinely counseled many students who have actually told me that मैम क्वेश्चन हमने गलत चूज कर लिया था एग्जाम में जो हमें लगा कि ये पे हम लिख सकते हैं उसमें टाइम में मैनेजमेंट में गड़बड़ हो गई. So that is how you manage it.
No, of course, while picking up questions, it happens also because with optional, you have to pick a bunch. So there could be
Hmm.
question, part 1, part 2 that you would be knowing well, and there could be one part which you don't know well. But see, so that it's the same as mains question where you have to write something. There could be 3 parts to a question, and you know you have great content and great preparation of 2 parts, but you have no clue of the third part, and
Then
you
it's not
think that
going to
okay,
work.
I'll write such nice answers of part 1 and part 2 that it will compensate for part 3. That's not going to happen.
Would
So
help.
better to take up the option where you have average knowledge about all the 3 options, maybe, or maybe
Definitely.
one question very well and you are like average knowledge about the other 2 questions. Better to take that and attempt that question, because you have to write something to get marks. And with
Definitely.
UPSC scoring, it's not like you write some nice answer and you'll get 20 out of 20. You're not going to get
Definitely.
that. That's not the
No,
marking strategy. So, right,
yes,
they'll not
ma'am.
give you, what will you get? Maybe +1 or +1.5, +2. Nothing beyond that.
Definitely.
Every student who is writing that exam and at that level, more or less, they are at the same level of knowledge. Even the practicing strategy, there is not much difference that you'll see. So, getting that +1, that's the entire fight. So the idea is to like pick up the right questions, and you can do it. See, if you have there could be a question where within like 3 parts there is one question, that one part very well. You have already practiced it. Like I said, you have written a model answer and you just need to replicate it. For the second part, you have the knowledge. Maybe you have not practiced it much, but you know the content, so you'll be able to write. Third part, then you have some time to think, okay, which landmark case can I quote here? You can think, you can do that part. But if you don't know anything about the question, you can't write. So picking up the
Definitely.
right question, it's very important, very crucial.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Thank you so much for like just sharing your opinion about it. And my next question would be, ma'am, what sources did you follow, or just the notes that you have made for yourself, or any other source that you followed, particularly any standard books? Because ma'am, there is all this also is question. is very much unaddressed. Like many students are just puzzling with this idea that whether should we should take to keys or we should go for standard books. Standard books are bulky in nature. So what we should do? Like how you did manage?
Uh, I mean, I think that's individual choice. Since I studied from the standard books during my law course, I didn't feel the need of having bookies with me. And
Okay.
we already had course books, right? So for constitutional law, I had MP Jain, from which I had studied, and for Avtar Singh for contract, R.K. Bangia for torts. So those are
Thoughts.
standard books like everyone knows. I already had those books. I'm not a notes person, so I don't have notes. I don't do much of note making. I prefer reading from the book and underlining and highlighting there, keeping notes on the book using sticky notes and all. So I'm somebody who read from the books. During preparation also, I read from the book only, the same standard books, no outside source. Yes, to get I mean, I used to refer on and off these legal websites to get updates, some to get some new judgment on the topic, but that's it, nothing beyond that. I just went very classical way with the standard books.
Ma'am, you did it very right because in these like time frame you have prepared after just prelims and between means you have prepared this an optional subject. It's very like a rare phenomena. Most of the student doesn't even think of it कि prelims के बाद करने. तो आपने वो बहुत अच्छे से करके दिखा दिया and आपने अच्छे से स्कोर भी किया है. So you have rightly made the right choice और आपने प्रूफ किया है कि लॉ ऑप्शनल उतना डिजर्व करता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि it is not the right choice for you. And thank you so much, ma'am. And additionally, my last question to you would be, did you find any challenge, but or like before challenge, I'll ask you, what was the advantages that you felt that taking law as an optional one? It did help you in GS as well, apart from GS too? Like in the because ma'am, I personally believe law as a subject also enhances with analytical thinking. So it helps in personality
Yeah.
development and interview part as well. Did it help for you? How it was?
Yes, yes. Oh, okay. That way, even now, I recommend doing law for any other student who is coming up and asking me which subject should I do my graduation with. That's precisely not because law will help you in UPSC. It's because the kind of exposure that just studying law gives you, the kind of expertise that it gives you in writing. We are trained to write and draft things so well that if you write GS answers, also it reflects. We are trained to pick up the right words. We are so precise with our legal words in our legal dictionary that we know which word to
Vocabulary.
write where. So the vocabulary is very nice, and we are trained to draft well. We know how to write precisely also. So while preparing for mains answer writing, I think with law you're used to writing in bullets, writing precise keywords and highlighting things. While if you are like good at brief making,
Yes,
which
ma'am.
you do as legal draft law student,
Mainly, definitely.
that helps me a lot in mains answer writing. So that's it. GS2, yes, it helps.
Yes,
GS4,
yes,
it
ma'am.
helps. Yeah.
Please, ma'am, please go ahead. No, this is rightly you mentioned कि ये personality development में भी help कर देता है. But ultimately, you know the exact thing to do, exact thing to write, exact
Yeah.
thing to quote. क्योंकि हम law में हम कोई ऐसा केस कोट नहीं करते हैं while drafting जो relevant ना हो. So we already know कि relevant चीजें ही लिखनी है, relevant चीजें ही करनी है. Precisely जो requirement है, हमें ये डिफिकल्टी नहीं होती कि क्वेश्चन कुछ और दिया मैं आंसर कुछ और लिखा है. हमें पता है क्वेश्चन की क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है, विल डिलीवर दैट. So that is how this gap is
Yeah,
filled.
yeah.
Thank you so okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for having like giving your time to us. And ma'am, after one day, the examination, your optional students are going to take their optional subject. So what's the one line advice would you like to give us to our viewers?
Oh, nothing for now. Just all the wishes, because you can't do anything one day before the exam. I still could recall the kind of pressure that I had during optional, because I mean, you think like this, you're prepared for years, and in a day
Exactly.
you'll have to deliver all of it. just say, like within 3 hours, in 3 hours you have to deliver all of it. So anyway, any student feels a lot of pressure. I'll just all the best wishes for everyone, and I know they'll do great. With law optional, I'm so confident that I know they'll do well. They'll do well.
Thank thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for like this advice to our students. And but definitely after watching your opinion and watching your video, ma'am, most of the student will have this faith कि हाँ नहीं सही option हमने लिया है, because most of the student were very much in hurry, very much in like tense mode कि सही किया कि नहीं, और कहीं हमने और ये अपने attempts तो नहीं खराब करेंगे. Most of the student, I counseled to one student today who was very much worried कि शायद अटेम्प्ट खराब हो जाएगा, शायद मैंने गलत ऑप्शनल ले लिया. मैंने कहा एक दिन पहले ऐसा मत सोचो, यू आर गोइंग टू टेक एन एग्जामिनेशन, ऐसे अगर आप सोचते हो. बट मैम आफ्टर वॉचिंग यू, आई एम डैम श्योर मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट विल हैव दिस वेट कि नहीं, वी हैव अ लाइव एग्जांपल. So it is a good optional to take, and only with practice we can definitely make it. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being an example for us, and the work you are doing is commendable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shreyanshu. You are doing a great job. You're counseling students in the right direction, I must say. Because, yes, a lot of focus needs to be done on answer writing. All our sources for everyone, the source of information, the standard books, everyone knows. The only, the factor which makes the difference in scoring is the answer writing, how you present it. Because nobody can peep into my mind and know that how much information I have on a subject.
Yes.
It's only when I produce it on paper. It's only when I'll produce it on paper during the exam that they'll get to know, okay, this is my caliber. So that's very important. Practicing for any student to get good marks, practicing answer writing, that's the key part. Practicing previous years paper within time. That's where the core part of law optional preparation lies in. So that's great. Yeah, doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
for
ma'am,
having me.
for your time. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. And really, we are like looking forward कि आप और भी सेशंस आपके साथ हम करें. Thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening.
Thank you. Good evening.